In Hampden County, the 2024 Spring Camporee took place at the Horace A Scout Reservation. That outdoor event focuses on the conservation of ecology program that the Boy Scouts of America offers. Western Mass News spoke with Steve Scannell about the Eco Challenge and what Scouts would take away from this experience.
The idea with the Eco Challenge Camporee was to expose the Scouts directly to career opportunities and vocations in the conservation field by bringing in experts in the field. We have a merit badge program that follows career opportunities and creates exposure, but there's nothing like being exposed to it in real life, seeing in the outdoors what these folks do, and hopefully spark some interest in getting folks involved in the professions.
Coming up, the president honors 19 Americans